So the trades that I took for this week, it's Thursday now, but I decided to, to go ahead and stop trading for this week because I did lose two trades, but I'm still in the learning process. So I wanted to, just kind of document this and get your feedback and everything with this strategy, which was quite, I think I did pretty good, but let's see. So what we did starting off this week is I did start off with USD SGD. Okay, so USD SGD. I'll bring you back here. Obviously, I don't have to do all the analysis, but for the most part, we are bearish. Daily is bearish as well here, and then 4 hour was also bearish during this time, right? So if I were to come back around here before I took that trade, it was like around here, right? Still bearish, obviously, right here, right? Still bearish. Okay, so then I jumped to the because it was here on the 4 hour. Saw the pullback here, right? And also in this price was at this weekly AOI. So in this pullback, what I was waiting for was my bearish direction within the 15-minute. So that's exactly what happened here, because I would call this a break of structure right here. All right. So from there, I'm looking for my accumulation, right? So I look for my accumulation to occur, which I think it starts to happen like around here. I call this an accumulation, which I might be wrong, but that's like a little accumulation. And then like back here, we have like some accumulation happening over here too. So I threw this box here. I threw this under that accumulation, kind of like where all these candles are touching. So it's kind of like a 15-minute AOI. Once I saw it break, so I saw it break here, right? I saw it pull back into this area. I might be totally wrong, but I saw it pull back into this area, right? And then this entry signal is where I took the trade on this entry signal right here, right? This entry signal, right? Oh, snap. This entry signal right here is where I took the trade. Okay, and then from that point on, I got in and price did a little pullback, and then it started going into my direction, as you can see. So I did a super huge pullback, and then I got stopped out, right? I got stopped out. Now this wasn't my first trade, but this was one of the trades that I did get stopped out of. I did win one and I lost two. So with this one here, I just went ahead and took my loss. And actually with this one here, I actually got out. Once it came back up here, I had got out. So I had ended this trade as soon as it went in my direction. It came back. I was like, yeah, because it kind of looks like we broke structure here on the 15-minute and then, closed right above that, and then I closed it. So that was my trade here. Those things happen. Okay, next we have CAD JPY. So with CAD JPY, this one here was kind of frustrating, not gonna lie. So this one here was a little bit frustrating because it kind of went my way after, but then kind of not, you'll see, right? So weekly bearish, daily bearish, 4 hour bearish. All of my context was made and ready, right? Price is below this weekly AOI, right? But that's okay because we're all in correlative direction. So here, this accumulation, man, this is perfect, right? but I'm going to just show you, this is a learning lesson. So accumulation here, I go and I throw my line right under, creating like a 15-minute, or my box, 15-minute accumulation box, right? So I have the accumulation happening here. I have the break here. I have the pullback. It did go a little bit above, but it's showing some rejection there. And then that entry signal. When I see that entry signal, I'm thinking, okay, I got my accumulation, I got my break, I got my retest, and then now my signal. I might be wrong, may need refining, but that's kind of what I was seeing there, just for you to see. And then so I got in like right around there, right? That little rejection candle happened, but I wasn't tripping. This was about 21 pips. So watch. I'm thinking like, oh no, maybe it went out of direction of where I wanted to go. But I wasn't tripping. Maybe it did go out of direction of where I wanted to go. So what I ended up doing was I came back down, right? I mean, the price went back down in my direction. I'm thinking, oh man, all I had to do is just, go to like a 25 pip or maybe just a little bit higher, but that's hindsight is 2020, right? So it stopped me out. Most people would say, oh, it's stop loss hunting, but whatever reason it can be called many things. It took my stop loss, and before it hit, I didn't have this set. I didn't have this take profit set. I just had it there. I mean, I could have took on a regular trade, I could have took like a 1 or 2 and called it a day, or even a 1.5 and called it a day, because it did hit that. See, it hit that at least like a 1.5, right? And then what it did was it started going into the other direction. So that's what it did. Okay. All right. So last but not least, this is my winning trade. This is USD PLN, and I wish I would have stayed in a lot earlier. That's the context. Is that I wish I would have stayed. I mean, a lot later. I wish I would have held it, because it actually. Yeah. Let me just go ahead and rewind real quick. And the reason why I took this trade and everything, so okay, we had everything in context, right? And then had our break here. I put the AOI, well, not the AOI, because this is another one that's irrelevant. But I put it here because I figured that this was the actual AOI of the 15-minute. This is the accumulation happening. We have the break, and then we have the retest. And as we have that retest, this is all within that context too. This is all within that context of bearish frame. So AOI is here. We have a break, a retest, and I'm just looking for that confirmation candle. I'm just looking for that entry at this point. So at this point, what I'm seeing is we have that break, we have that retest, and what I do is I go in actually on this engulfing candle. So this is the actually engulfing candle that I go into. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's kind of how I saw it. Okay, so with the bearish frame, this is the accumulation happening, break, retest, and then this is the candle I went off of, and then what happens is it goes my way. Now for this one here, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like surprised. I was like, oh shit, it's like doing what I wanted to do. And my take profit wasn't way down there. It was actually way up here. So I actually stopped. I got 1 to 3 and I stopped right there, because I was like, oh shit, I don't know if I did it right. I got a little nervous because I started seeing it pull back. Just a learning lesson. But then what it happened to do was, as time went on, it did its pullbacks. It came way back up here, and I was thinking, oh, I dodged a bullet, because it came back. But then what it ended up doing was pull it right back, probably taking a bunch of people's stop losses, and then it went, and it went, and it went, and it went. Here, let me just put this to the hourly. So it went down, it started going, and I'm thinking like, shit, I should have stayed in. Because instead of a 1 to 2 or 1 to 3, I could have been in a potentially a 1 to 9. I could have potentially been into 109. Now that's hindsight, and of course, we don't want to be greedy, but right now I am dashing, so to speak. I'm dashing um, to be profitable. Dashing to be profitable, win these challenges, and get the heck up out of here. So that's my trades there. Let me know if you want me to break it down a little bit further, but I'm going to keep it short and sweet there. I think you can do a lot with all that context I painted for you. Yeah, appreciate you, man. Peace. Talk soon.